Tumaole Mohlaoli, who's at the ANC headquarters. Tumaole, good afternoon to you. First of all, what is the significance of this meeting between Hamas and the ANC?
Well, the significance of this meeting is that the ANC has been an organization which for the longest time has expressed solidarity with the struggle of the Palestinian people, especially on the issue of the struggle to regain territories which have been encroached upon by the Israeli state. And the ANC has expressed across several platforms its position that this is an illegal occupation by Israel and that the occupied states need to be given back to the Palestinian people. Now, of course, Hamas is one of the organizations that has been at the forefront of an armed struggle against Israel, and both sides have been accused by organizations such as Amnesty International and other human rights organizations of atrocities. Of course, when it comes to conflict situation, you can expect that innocent lives will be lost on both sides. But however, the ANC has felt that as far as the Palestinian People's Liberation Movement is concerned, and on the issue of Hamas, the Israeli state has in fact been more the transgressor. I am joined now by Khaled Mish'al, who is Manager of International Relations with the ANC. Mayor Mohlaoli, thank you very much for speaking to us here on SABC News. Tell us firstly, in terms of the meeting, who met, who was here to welcome the Hamas delegation, and what were some of the interactions?
They arrived yesterday and they were met at the airport by the Deputy Secretary General of the African National Congress, Comrade Jesse Duarte, and some members of the National Executive. And in the afternoon, late afternoon, the President met with the President of the leader of the delegation. And so they are here now in this house to talk to the leadership, the top six of the ANC.
All right, and without stealing too much of the thunder, because I know that there is going to be a formal press briefing, how were relations? And can you just give us a brief background of the long-standing history and connection between the ANC and the liberation struggle of the Palestinian people?
Yeah, we have been literally in the trenches with the Palestine Liberation Organization over the years. We even had observer status at the UN. And if you remember very well, that time apartheid and Zionism were actually put on the same level as crimes against humanity. And we have developed this relationship over the years. The Palestinians put the armed struggle in abeyance. We have been talking to everyone, all interested parties in the liberation struggle, Fatah, Hamas, and everybody else in between. And we are convinced that Palestinians themselves are agreed on self-determination, on the two-state solution, and the nationhood in Palestine. So we have been asked by them to support those views, and this delegation here is the first of its kind with regard to Hamas. And it is to demonstrate that the African National Congress is willing to talk to all people who are positive in terms of the attainment of self-determination and nationhood in Palestine.
And finally, on the question of the two-state solution, we know that Hamas and other liberation movements within the Palestinian nation have said that it needs to be redressed in terms that if the two-state solution question comes into play, territories that have been occupied post an agreement from the 1960s need to be given back. Was that even touched upon?
Yes, this is actually the crux of the matter. I think what we should bear in mind is that the occupation itself is illegal. So even the encroachment on Palestinian lands now is illegal. You know, the Israeli government has reduced Palestine to a Buputatswana kind of situation where they are enclaves, you know, like we had back then. It's exacerbated by the fact that a wall is now built, which really is horrendous. It's very, very deep. It's a very, very high wall, about 10 meters. Other places, 12 to 15 meters. And those can be dismantled, and they have to be dismantled if the two-state solution is to be real. And we feel, as the African National Congress, that that is possible to start with, because the occupation is illegal. Number two, the international community should also be real, because the continued support by the United States, especially, of the Israeli regime, puts things back, you know, it causes this yo-yo kind of back, forth. There was Camp David donkey years ago, and we were all excited, thinking that things will shape up.
All right, and we see that this is also consistent with ANC-NGC's position. So unfortunately, that's where we're going to have to leave it. That was ANC's Ribbon Mohlaoli, who's the manager of international relations, just giving us a preview of what we can expect in the briefing, which is set to start at any moment here at Luthuli House, following a meeting of a senior delegation from Hamas, and I am told the ANC's top six. Back to you in studio.